To say I was excited about this book is an understatement. Anything involving mystery, bookstores and thrillers has my attention, and this time was no exception. Hello everyone, for those who know me, welcome back, and for those who are new here, you are very welcome. I'm Irene Riderelli and this is Into the Books. Some time ago I told you about the book I received as a birthday gift. Well, the novel I'm about to tell you, Death of a Bookseller by Mislabelled, was also a gift, but from me to me. Every year I indulge myself by buying a few books that I don't really know anything about, and I do it because I love the anticipation that comes with the possibility of discovering new stories that will capture my heart. I like the idea of adding unknown treasures to my personal library. Is this book compelling enough to be considered a new treasure? Well, let's find out. Roach is a 24-year-old girl who works in a London bookstore that sells all kinds of books, but for her, the only books worth reading are those about murders, serial killers, and true or fictional crime stories. Roach spends her day listening to her beloved true crime podcasts on her earphones, and her tastes dictate that she will never recommend romantic comedies or best-selling novels by young TikTok stars to a customer. Perhaps because she lives her solitary life immersed in the stories of her favorite serial killers, she harbors a deep hatred for all those who rob their happiness in others' faces. But when a new co-worker arrives at the bookstore, things change. Laura is as bright and cheerful as Roach is dark and discontented. She loves children's books and soon wins over the rest of her co-workers. Gradually, Roach becomes obsessed with Laura and soon discovers a dark past, badly hidden mysteries, and a secret that binds them together. On regards the question I asked above about whether this book is compelling enough to be part of the treasure section of my personal library or not, the answer is no, it doesn't deserve to be there. This novel is labeled as a thriller story, but I don't understand why. Roach is not a strong character. She's too unnerving and a real stalker. Just because in the plot of this novel, true crime stories are a fundamental part of Roach's life, in my opinion, this fact does not justify at all that the book has been put in the thriller category. The peculiarity of the thriller genre is that it usually keeps the audience on the edge of the seat as the plot progresses toward the climax, while the concealment of important information is a recurring element, something that it is not fulfilled in this novel. Practically, throughout the entire reading, I never experienced this feeling of strong anticipation and interest. The elements I just mentioned are the cornerstones of the thriller genre, and to my great disappointment, none of them are present in this book. Besides, the author lacked a lot to make this story interesting, and in fact, in my opinion, there were several situations she could have exploited, but instead she didn't even touch them superficially. However, I must also say that this book is not a total waste of time. It is well written. It is just that, in my opinion, it is much more appropriate for a teenage audience than for adults, and should definitely be labeled as a narrative story, not a thriller. The story had a great potential, but unfortunately, it remained just that, a potential. What a pity. Thank you for joining me to the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it all. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already done so, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with someone you think might be interested. As usual, I'll see you next time.